There we go. It's 2:30 p.m. It's a Wednesday afternoon. I am almost falling over here out of excitement, out of this incredible half an hour coming up. Hi, everyone. Donny here. Innovation Fika there with Donny here, live from Stockholm in a sunny, wonderful September afternoon. As you know, my name is Donny. I go live every Wednesday now with 2:30 p.m. Swedish with my Innovation Fika. Fika being a coffee break in Swedish. So it's a 30-minute coffee break. I go live with interesting people speaking about interesting things. Episode 121 today. That's amazing. I can't believe it myself. And please, as you come online, I see Rohit's online, right? Hi, Rohit. How are you? Say hi, where you're from, and get the networking going as well. And today I have a guest. I mean, I could say for the first time no, it's not the first time. It's actually not even the second time. It's the third time she's on the show. This is either third time's a charm thing, or it's becoming a really, I don't know, habit. But this is good. It feels comfortable. I'm so happy. In from the green room, asking her to put down her glass of champagne, celebrating all of her sales of her books. 30 books just this night until she woke up this morning, just a thing like that. Here she comes. Tara LaFon, is it Gooch?
Gooch, yes. Hi.
Gooch. Okay. Good to see you. Good morning.
Yes.
Good morning, America.
Absolutely.
I can say. It is, what is 8:33 in your place of the world, right?
That's right. Yep. 8:33 on the East Coast of the United States.
I am so happy you decided to spend this morning coffee break with me. And welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
How have you had it? I mean, what's up? I've actually checked. You were on. Let me see now. Let me check this. We're doing this now. We'll do it right. You were on episode 81 and episode 121. No, with 103. Sorry, this is 2021. 81. 103 and then now 121. So it's kind of a nice frequency as well. Let's see here. We have Magnus Borrell. This is one of my oldest friends. So good to see you. Happy to see you, Magnus. And Gunvor from an overcast Oslo. This is a sunny Stockholm. You should be. Actually, Gunvor's going to be here on Friday, so she's going to see the sunshine of Stockholm as well. Cool. Good to see you online, everyone. Tara. And another thing I checked. This is another thing I checked. I checked. When did I connect with Tara? It was actually. It feels like we've known each other forever in a good way. But it's actually. It was in July 2022.
No way! Really?
I mean, is it really that? I thought it was like 20 or something during the pandemic. I thought that when we were connected. I thought that was it, because when I checked on. LinkedIn, you can check when you connected with people. And but 2022, that sounds. Hey, contact info. Let me check here. Loading. Connected. July 2022. It's like, is it like, woo? We've done so much this last year, Tara.
Only just a year. That's incredible.
I know. Anyway, let's not bore everybody with our personal relationship. But let's talk about you and your new book, because the previous two episodes, when you've been on the show, you've been sort of kind of building your way up to the book and talking about everything you've spoken about before has sort of ended up now into this manifestation of, listen now, everyone, your first book.
Ooh, your
book,
right.
Your fourth book, right? Yeah. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about how did you, before we talk about the actual book, let's talk about how did you actually get to the point where you felt that this is what I'm going to write about.
Ooh, I love that. I had a revelation one day. I had gone through my journey of just, life and not feeling confident. And I came to this realization one day that I had this definite formula. And I sat on the couch one weekend and started writing. And I said the words out loud, I need to get something out of my head. And 11,000 words later, I decided this was something so crazy, right? But I was in my closet one day, that's how all the ideas come. And I was just like, I have something to say about this topic that nobody's ever said in this way. And I said, if I don't tell this, it's not going to help any people. So I need to help people. So that's where it came from.
That's, I mean, and I love the way this is cool, because everybody you speak to who's like accomplished something, they always make it sound so easy. And like, sort of, I had this idea, and then 11,000 words later, it was like, look at this, and I'm like super successful. So, and it, so, and I the whole sort of, it's, you know, you work your ass off night and day for 20 years, and then suddenly you're an overnight success. Yeah. But then again, I'm actually addressing one of the at least one of the people online here, Magnus Borrell, a good friend of mine. He probably knows that. Okay, 11,000 words later, that means I could write a book in like 22 minutes.
It was crazy, but I've always been just a natural writer. I like writing. It's always been a passion. Yeah, it's always been kind of a passion.
So then back to the actual book then. You had this idea, what you wanted to write about, and you had this, how did you get, I mean, how did you, the topic, and how did you sort of find because I mean, you painted a very sort of logical and pedagogical sort of methodology in the book. How did you sort of get to the building the steps kind of thing?
Oh, I love that. That's a great question. So, you know, it takes a thorough understanding to break something down into simple steps. I feel like the simplest answer is always the correct answer. And a lot of books, you know, I'm an avid reader. A lot of books have gratitude somewhere in there. Like a lot of success books, you know, sometimes like chapter 7, chapter 20, whatever. But I disagreed with that and thought, you know, actually through developing gratitude, I actually started to develop confidence, and how it actually went hand in hand. And without that foundational element of gratitude, that you really couldn't go to the next step, because gratitude, I mean, there's science behind it. It helps us rewire our brains. And if you can rewire your brain, you can form new belief systems. So while this book, you know, didn't take me that long to write, like you said, it was knowledge that had been distilled and refined, right? Over time, through experience, adversity, failure, whatever. But then I realized that was that foundational step. But what else do you need? So I just started writing, just like, you know, just adjectives. What does this look like, right? And then I figured out, okay, the order, and then, you know what? It has a neat acronym, and it's G.R.A.S.P. And I like that because it's easy to remember.
Yeah.
And it was so easy. And then once I figured that out, I was like, people are going to really like this. Because it's not just, you don't have to, it's just really easy.
Yeah. But I mean, I think you're onto something very important there as well, because I mean, I work with engineers and researchers, and that's what my daily job here is. And the understanding that making something complicated is super easy.
Yes.
And making something easy is super complicated. And breaking things down into a understandable, and for other people to understand it as they come into it for the first time. I mean, they need to look at something for the first time and go, I get it. And not sort of, I need to read 600 pages until I understand what they're talking about. So I think that's an art as well, is breaking things down into simplicity. And another thing that I'll actually say that I picked up when I was in my first job, which was in the army, was that you don't actually learn anything yourself until you're forced to teach it.
Yeah.
And that's just the process you were talking about, when you actually have to break it down into bite-sized chunks, so you have a full insight and understanding yourself of what you're trying to convey to others. Because if you're trying to tell people something that you don't really get or understand, then it doesn't work. It doesn't come across. In my opinion, is what I feel.
That's right. It doesn't resonate. And I knew at the end of the day, while I was writing the book, I wasn't going to be the one reading the book. I had to make this an actionable book that was simple for the reader. And the only way I could do that is if I also had that lived experience and taught them through storytelling, right?
Yeah.
So giving them a 5-step method that is easy and actionable and simple to remember, but also you have my story and you remember the things that I went through, and how I got through to understanding these steps.
Of
And
course.
then it just aids in that memory and bonds the human connection even more.
Yeah. And hey, Yash, as well. Good to see you coming in from India. They say you've understood something if you can explain it to a 5-year-old. Indeed, that is so true. I mean, the whole, let's see, which film was that? Pelican Case with Denzel Washington, right? He kept on saying, explain it to me as I was 6 years old, I think. I think it was that one. Anyway, let's talk about the book. You've got the book there. Let's see the book. Show the book. There you go. How to Grasp Confidence and Own Your Power. That's a very good title. It's like a very good power title as well. Well done. Well done.
I wanted the title to even feel empowering. Like before you even read the book, I wanted it to be, again, simple to understand and make you feel like you're already achieving a goal of self-empowerment before you even, read the book. But one of the coolest reviews I got back the other day, it was a doctor on LinkedIn. And she said, if you read the first 2 pages of this book, you'll understand how powerful it is. So I start I take you right into a scene and show the reader, paint a very simple picture, take you right into the scene and immediately start storytelling. And it starts off very impactful. And then it kind of goes through that way, but it's amazing. I thought that was such a
as I said, the first book. But tell you what, I usually wait until the end of the show to start putting up the top 5, the top tips or everything like that. But do you mind going through just in brief the main concepts of the book? Because I might have prepared some graphics to how to grasp confidence. I might have prepared some graphics, and so if I would say, well, let's start with G for gratitude. What would you? Well, how do you sort of elaborate on that? Just a little bit. Just give me a.
Absolutely. Yep. It starts with gratitude. So I came to the realization that the foundation of all success is confidence, right? But then what is the foundation of confidence? It's gratitude. Being grateful for the journey of your life, where you are now, the things that you've been through, the adversity, the trials, the failures, they were all leading you up to being this person that you are today. Have gratitude for the past, the present, and then gratitude for that future you that you know already exists within you, that is already that most empowered version of you. It's gratitude for the entire journey of life.
Yeah, but you also, and let me ask you some questions there, because I feel that because you've been talking about gratitude as well for a long time, and we've had this discussion about gratitude and the way the outlook on life and things like that. What about? I mean, I feel there's a lot of people running around there. I'm making words up here, but with a false sense of gratitude, or I wouldn't say fake, because they might not know it themselves, but maybe they're, because what you were talking about the honest actually appreciation of being here and being in it and understanding what has happened before that has led you to be where you are and so forth. I mean, any sort of, well, how do you see that with I mean, how do you get to the actual depth of honest gratitude sort of?
Wow, part of it's forgiveness.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of people that people are hurting. I want to say that. So I put up a statistic today, too. According to the World Health Organization, depression is actually currently the leading cause of disability worldwide. So, there's a lot of people out there that are just hurting, Donnie. People are lonely, they're suffering, they're in pain, they're anxious. But gratitude is actually a natural antidepressant. And the great thing about it is it produces neurotransmitters in our brains like dopamine and serotonin. And guess what? That can help you start to heal. And it's hard to forgive. It's hard to forget if you can't heal. So getting your body to start healing itself and acknowledging those things that happened in the past aren't your present reality anymore. Through gratitude, you can begin that journey of healing, which leads you to forgiveness and ultimately helps you become present-minded. So important.
Yeah, and I think that is more important than maybe we're sort of making it sound like here, guys. I mean, that's a very, very big thing, and I think, but I think that a lot of people have a they're not really there. I mean, they really need. It's something you need to practice as well. That's something that you can't just say, okay, well, I'll be happy and be, you know, I'll be grateful for this. Boom. It doesn't really. It's more than that. But let's not. We could probably spend the whole episode speaking about gratitude and the whole. Well, moving forward, then it's just a quick teaser because we want people to buy the book as well. Don't forget that. Then we have responsibility.
Yep. So responsibility is an ownership mindset. So, you know, the average human has, let's call it 50,000 negative thoughts per day. So that's the average person. What if you're unconfident? What if you're depressed? What if you're anxious? Well, those numbers are probably even higher. So having a responsibility mindset is going to start coming in when we no longer allow those thoughts to dictate our present reality, to become, you know, a part of a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? You have to have the ownership mindset. Now, limiting beliefs, self-doubt, imposter syndrome happen to all of us. It happens to me, but it's a responsibility mindset that helps you redirect those things into positivity and not limitation.
But then you're also talking about being you're talking about taking responsibility for your own life and ups and downs and whatever's happened, and actually facing your fears in a large way as well. I mean, people don't. I'm saying people don't, but in my you know, belief or impression is that a lot of people are a bit reluctant to actually look inwards and take responsibility for who they are and what they're doing because they're kind of afraid of what they might discover. You know, which is I mean, the scary thing is that if it, because that also comes back to then you have to actually take responsibility for who you are and what you're doing, and then that leads to everything else. So okay, these are big things. These are big things.
Big life-changing things.
Yeah, indeed they are. I mean, the thing is the and that's what I like about this. It sounds so incredibly simple with GRASP, G.R.A.S.P, super simple. But when you actually start digging into these different aspects of it, it's a big thing. And then you have action.
Yep. So no amount of thought, no amount of anything is going to replace action. So through momentum, you actually build confidence. I liken confidence to an exercise, just like anything else. It's a sport. And the best, most confident people are those who put the reps in. They do the work. They don't sit and think about their goals. They don't sit and dream. They're not castle builders. These folks put in the work, they put in the action to become the best versions of themselves. And it requires daily self-work, but it doesn't have to expend you. Trust me. You can get 1% better at every single day, which is totally possible for any human being. And guess what? At the end of the year, you will be unrecognizable. You're going to be a different person.
Yeah, and that's another thing we've been talking about a lot the last year or two or three that we've known each other is the whole just start doing something and do it small every day, and then by the end, after 365 days, you've done a year of it. You know, it actually it builds up, but you have to do it. And again, with the people I work with here, I meet people with brilliant ideas, but if you don't do anything about your idea, it's actually not sort of worth anything. And this is coming back to what you said in the beginning. If you get a good enough idea that the world should either know about or use, or you can actually help fix the world in somehow, then the idea has to get out there, and then you have to take action. It's like your responsibility to the world to actually try and take action and move it into the world. I think that's really, really important.
And I like that because they're all interrelated. So you just interrelated the responsibility back with action. And that's exactly how these steps are supposed to be followed. This is not, done gratitude, done this. Okay, on to the next. They're all interrelated. And the beautiful thing is when you practice all of these things every day, you really get to that next level. But then after that, we have sight as well. Sight, visualization, very important. You have to be really clear about what you want. So I'm going to make a generalization, and I'm going to say a lot of people might not know what they want, right? They're not clear on their goals. So you have to get that really crystal clear, super granular idea of what you want, who you want to become. This is something, if you're trying to get more confidence, what does that look like?
Mhm.
Write it down, assign attributes to it, and then put in the action to start becoming that person.
Again, wonderfully connected, because again, going back to the like personal development and visualizing, taking a step outside from yourself and then looking at yourself and saying, is this the person I want to be and the way I want to look and act and be and perceived as? And if the answer is no, then when you sort of step into yourself again, then it's about painting a picture of, not just saying I wish I could be, or what if it would just happen? It won't just happen. It will have to. It takes the effort. So definitely, yes, visualization, 100%. And then, ta-da, purpose.
Purpose. So nothing makes you feel more alive than when you wake up and you're aligned with your purpose, right? Guess what? Nothing also makes you more confident. Why? I don't believe human beings are designed to compete. I believe we're designed to be collaborators. And a collaborative person is a very confident one. They're not somebody that's threatened by somebody else's intelligence or strengths or successes. A confident person recognizes that we all have a purpose and we're here for a beautiful reason. And when you align with your strengths, your just God given abilities, guess what? You start to feel way confident. And in 1943, Abraham Maslow, he developed the Maslow's hierarchy of needs. It's often described as a pyramid, right? And at the top is that self-actualization point, which is a human being's highest level of like self-actualization, super, like the achievement of one's purpose, right? So that's why purpose is my last step. It can't be your first. You have to go through these steps and then start to identify like the core of who you are. So it's really like taking an onion and peeling back the layers and getting to that, final, step of purpose. And we realize that we have a purpose and a reason for being here that contributes to the betterment of humanity. Because your purpose is supposed to uplift others, not compete with anyone else.
Wonderfully said. Incredible. Thank you so much. Thank you for the short sort of summary of the book as well. And I'll open up for questions now. So I know that we have a bunch of people online. So say hi and ask questions and whatever you want to ask. We have Tara now live online. I mean, this is in 2 years' time when she's super famous and she and Oprah are doing things on TV. She'll be going, no, I don't have time. I mean, we won't be doing episode 4 or 5 because she won't have time with me anymore. No, I'm just joking. I hope, of course, you'll return even in a bunch of years as well.
You can't.
Here's a long question or a comment here from Marcelina from Poland. Hi, Marcelina. Good to see you. Funny thing, gratitude and everyday blank canvas comes much more easily and naturally to people who have the annoying trait of forgetfulness.
Yeah.
Losing the phone 5 times a day with the same ease, we also forget a good portion of the difficulty in this world. Amazing, Tara. Marcelina, you put words to me.
Yes.
Because I can tell you what, I suck at holding a grudge against people because I keep on forgetting that I'm supposed to be annoyed with them.
That's awesome.
Was I supposed to be angry with you? I don't know. I don't remember. Weren't we friends? I was like, hey, how are you? Everything is great. So, Marcelina, thank you again. You've done this once before. You put words to what I'm thinking. And Magnus Borrell, damn, got to read your book. Yes, Magnus, you've got to read her book. Order it right away. Wonderful. This is great. Okay, anyone else just pitch in? We have another 4 minutes to go here. Me and Tara and everybody else online. I'm so happy we could do this show today. What's next now then? I mean, I know you were in LA. What was the magazine?
Yeah, I was in LA Weekly. A couple of things.
Yeah, I know. Wait, what's next? What's up? What's happening?
Just getting ready for my TED Talk. I'm so excited about it. Gosh, I think I will write another book. I've got maybe a series in me. I might be addicted to writing at this point. But writers don't make a lot of money, so we'll see how it goes. But it's the speaking opportunities is really what I want next, because I just have such a big message, and
Yeah.
honestly, I want to help organizations too.
Yeah.
I feel like confident leaders are not toxic leaders. Again, they're not competitive against their own team, but we see it so often in corporate culture. And I want to, there's so many things that I can fix with confidence. And it inspires me every day. I'm ready. I'm here for the ride. I'm excited.
Oh, I just want to, and a heartfelt thank you from me as well, for you being such a good friend online, because we met online.
Yeah.
And we've had a wonderful so far online, and we're still exchanging live shows, and always, I mean, it's such a wonderful supportive environment in the group of people that we sort of meet online. A lot of them are on the call now actually today as well. I think it's wonderful. Oh, Melina Gagliardi as well. Hey, look at this. Hey, Melina, good. She was actually on the show, an episode a long time ago. Having worked in large corporations all my life, one thing has always stood out for me on people who get ahead confident. Yes, there you go, Melina. Thank you for adding that. I'm happy. It's so good to see you as well. She did all really good show as well. A couple of episodes back, a number of episodes back. Anyway, I said thank you for being Tara, and for being you're always helpful. You're always passing it on, paying it forward, and I encourage everyone to connect to Tara and just be part of this, pay it forward community that we have going on. And I'm super happy for you. I'm really, really so very happy, and I'm proud to call you my friend. I'm proud to see you come out with the book. So well done, Tara. And I'm looking forward to seeing your TED Talk as well in January. That's going to be awesome.
I know.
With that, it is 14:59. We are on the nose, half an hour coffee break. So again, thank you very much. Everyone, thank you for watching. Check out Tara's book, connect with Tara, and communicate with Tara online on LinkedIn. There you go. How to grasp confidence and own your power. Yeah. Love it. Love it. Take care, everyone. Love you all. And let's go out and fix the world together. It needs us. Take care. Bye for today.